Tippity tappity to everyone, my name is Craft and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we are doing a one last reaction to the Wonder Woman trailer. This is the final trailer on the Wonder Brothers YouTube channel and on the Wonder Woman's movie. Now, a lot of things I want to cover up. Now, of course, I cannot show you it because it's copyright and YouTube will get mad at me and yada yada yada. So I can't do it. But you'll see my facial expressions and you'll see how I react to the trailer, and I'm going to point out some things that might be new. I think this is going to be same footage, but there might be little bits in there that I'll add, and then I'm going to add my final conclusions and my final bits to the trailers, and then, yeah, we'll go see the movie and you'll see my reaction. Now, I know I've been delaying. I just went and watched Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and I know I've been delayed to say how I share my review and my spoilers to the movie, but don't worry, I'll be making a video shortly about that. I'm going to go and watch it one more time and see if I have everything I need together, and then I'll come back and make the video. But for now, we are going to watch the trailer, and I am so pumped for it, so let's get right into it. Okay. It's a new line. Ooh. 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 Oh. Ooh. Oh. Oh my gosh, they retracked that Warrior song. I love it. That'd be Diana Prince. Oh my god! Holy crap! Oh my gosh! That might be the best, like, superhero trailer I've ever seen in my whole life. Good lord! I'm so pumped for this movie right now. Okay, look. This movie is gonna save the entire DC extended universe. Okay, look, Man of Steel the good, Batman v Superman was 50-50, Suicide Squad was 25%. Man of Steel was 50, Batman v Superman was 50, and then Suicide Squad was 25. This is gonna be 75, and then Justice League might be 75 maybe, or maybe 100. But this looks awesome! Like, literally, I am so blown away. Okay, what I want to say is that this trailer is playing one of my favorite songs from the Imagine Dragons, my favorite music artist. But whoever's picked their song and all, or maybe it was Imagine Dragons that put the song Warner Brothers asked them to put the song in. They remixed it, and it sounds awesome. Like, there's some points where, like, the song is going higher, and, the song is saying the same lyric that they just said before, but it's going, like, it's making a more impact, and it's going louder and louder, and I love it. It's a great job. The song is Warriors, and it's actually one of my favorites. I think that was the first song I actually heard from Imagine Dragons, and I think that's what got me addicted to the thing. But this trailer, by far, okay, so at first when I saw this trailer, I thought it was just gonna show some, like, 2 or 3 different clips that were brand new, but show the ones that we've already seen before. But it had so many new, it had so many new clips and new lines and stuff, and I am so pumped. Okay, so the first clip shows Diana walking up a ladder into the battlefield where she's fighting up against the enemies. She's wearing her armor and stuff, and her mother is calling her in the past, and I think after it shows Diana walking up on the battlefield, her mom is talking to her as a little kid, and she's like, Diana, fighting does not make you stronger. It does not make you a hero. And then Diana replies back to her, but I promise I will do better. So she's referring, if I ever go to fight someday, I will do better, and I won't me fighting will not make me stronger or a hero. I'll just make the world a better place. She's asking her mother for weapons. She's just like, just the shield, mama. And her mom's like, Diana, please, no, I don't want to see you on the battlefield. Now, we got in the last trailer that we saw of Wonder Woman that her mother said that she is more bigger of an Amazon than her people and her new. So, and she's asking Diana's trainer to train her to be the best, the greatest Amazon that ever lived. So something with Diana is something that I don't think we've ever seen before, unless it's somewhere deep in a comic down below that we don't know. Or maybe this is just the origin of Diana from a comic book, from, like, the original comic books. She's telling her mom no sharp objects. Now we see that Diana's running through the city where she had her picture taken with her partners and her allies in Batman v Superman. And she's running through the city with her shield, blocking bullets and everything. And this is the scene where she picks up that car and whips a bunch of people around, and it looks awesome. We get new shots of her running through the battlefield, and she's getting hit by a turret. One of the enemies is shooting, the Germans, I believe. And she's blocking with her gauntlets and her shield at some point. And it looks like she is, like, giving it all she's got. So I'm really excited to see what she does. The next shot is back when she's a child, and her mom's telling her, I don't deserve you, Diana. And Diana replies back, yes, you told me this story 100 times before. And then we see her mom almost about to tear up. So I'm guessing either Diana's mother made a mistake having sex with Zeus, or she regrets having sex with Zeus. Now, of course, there are no males living on Themyscira, which is where Diana's from, and the Amazons are from. So I'm guessing that her mother actually kind of maybe screwed up. But it doesn't matter, because she's going to be the greatest hero that we've seen. We see a new shot of her looking as our buddy Steve Trevor's crash landed on Themyscira on the German airplanes that he steals from their base. And we see her hesitating to jump in, but she jumps in anyway and starts to rescue him. We see a new shot of her sneaking up on Steve while he's, like, getting bandaged, and it looks like he's about to leave, like he's putting on his clothes and stuff. We see that Steve Trevor's just he's got shackles on, and he's got the lasso of truth wrapped around, like, his waist and his chest and stuff. And the Amazons are asking him what he's about. And he's saying that this is a war that is bigger than any war, and that I'm here to stop it before it outbreaks. And they say, you are all in trouble more than you think. And then we get some new shots of I think this might be the main villain, and then Ares, which I'm going to get to in a little bit. Ares might be our side supervillain, even though he's going to play, like, a bigger role. But I think our main villain for right now is Dr. Poison, which is the female supervillain. I am so pumped to see her. I don't know which supervillain I'm more. I want to see Ares more, but I can't wait to see what Dr. Poison is like in the movie. So far, we've just seen that she's making, like, evil faces, and she's working on it, but she's working on a poison that I believe the Germans are going to use. Now, I'll talk to you guys about Ares in a minute, because I think he plays a role with Dr. Poison, not just because like we see both of them working together, but I think Ares is going to play something into Dr. Poison's work. We see when we are introduced to Dr. Poison in these new shots that somebody is in a gas mask in a quarantine area and being exposed to the gas, and they're shaking and like they're erupting and stuff. And Dr. Poison grabs onto some kind of like metal keychain type thing with a bunch of potions around her, and she's breaking it. And then we see Steve Trevor's looking at something while he's looking nervous and anxious. That's something that he's like looking at. So maybe he walked out of the room and he's just like, okay, yeah, I need to get back to the Americans and I need to tell them what's going on. And then we hear Steve Trevor's tell the Amazons that the person that's making the gas is called Dr. Poison. And then we see her throw some kind of like maybe smoke grenade, or maybe it's a poisonous grenade or something, but it's obvious something. He says millions will die if the war never ends. So this is kind of really important. And then Diana replies back looking at her mother like looking, okay, yeah, we need to go help them. Or this is pretty much a big deal. We don't need to be standing here, because the Amazons were put on Themyscira for a reason. They were supposed to be training to be the best, and they're supposed to protect humanity. Of course, her mother doesn't want to protect them, and I think, I'll get to that part in a minute, but they don't want to help the humans for a while. And it also plays a part in the future when Diana's like in the 20th century, and it's when Batman v Superman, where she doesn't want to be Wonder Woman anymore, but then when Doomsday comes alive, she has to go help Batman and Superman defeat Doomsday. And we hear her line in the Justice League trailer that the Age of Warriors would never come. And yeah, so something's going to change her either in this movie or maybe in her sequel. Because if they make a sequel to Wonder Woman, which they should do, if they make a sequel, I would like it to be after this movie takes place, and then let it fall into the 20th century, or have it set after the Justice League movie, which probably never going to happen. But if they do make a Wonder Woman sequel, I think they should place it after this movie takes place. So, pay attention, Warner Brothers. And then we hear the Warriors song as it's being played on the piano and stuff, and it sounds magnificent. I mean, I might even go buy, if they release this on the Wonder Woman soundtrack, I will rebuy the Warriors remix. I want to hear this, because it sounds great. And then we hear Diana reply back to her mother, I'm leaving, mother. And then she's riding on a horse. And then we see Diana's, she's about to get on the boat, which has Steve and her weapons and stuff with the lasso of truth, the shield, and the sword. And her mother replies back, if you leave, you may never ever come back. And then Diana replies, what would I do if I never go? So she's saying, we were put on this island for a reason, to protect humanity, to train and protect us. And we're just standing here doing nothing while others are suffering. If I stay here, then we're no good than what's going on out there in the real world. So, her mother leaves her. Now, we get this new shot of Diana gripping onto a wall and then putting her fingers through the wall and climbing up. Now, I think that might be an extra power that her mother was talking about, because her mother says to her trainer, who's trained Diana all her life as a child, that she's supposed to be something bigger than the Amazon, something extreme, and I think that might carry on with her being born from Zeus, maybe. But I could be wrong. But that's a good theory. She sneaks into this tower, which has all the weapons: the lasso of truth, the shield, and the sword. And this is before she gets on the boat, and she's in her. She's about to get her armor as well. And we did hear in the last Wonder Woman trailer that Diana wasn't supposed to wield the sword because it's not for her, but of course she lets out that giant smile, and she's like, I'll show you, mother, I'll show you, I can hold that sword. They show back, the next scene, they're in London. And then Diana leaves this awesome, this awesome line. She's like, okay, to the war, when they're in London, and Steve's like, actually, the war's back there, but we gotta go here first. So I'm suggesting that they're getting onto a train, as the next shot is them crowded up in this subway area, or this depot area where they're about to get on a train. They're heading maybe to London, because I think what's going to happen is they leave from Themyscira, they get on the boat, they arrive in London by the docks, they get onto the train, and they're heading to the court where they're about to talk about Dr. Poison and everything, and then it's going to go to the battle scene. Maybe it might show the town scene first, when that might be the first battle, and then they'll head off to the battlefield. Because I think it'd be kind of weird if we go to a battlefield and then go to a city. So I think that they might go to the city and be like spy on the enemy. Maybe because, Wonder Woman's she's a woman, And of course, the German general Ares, aka, and Dr. Poison might be there to launch kind of an attack or something, or spy on the Americans. So I think that that might be there too. So I think it makes sense that their first battle would be in the city. First they spy, and then they attack, and then they go to the battlefield, and then they go to Dr. Poison and Ares' lair next to defeat them, and then, you know, that's how it's gonna end. They arrive at the core, or some kind of fashion place, where Diana's trying on American clothes for the first time, and she's like, how can people wear these while they're fighting? And of course, you know, she's never worn this kind of stuff, and she thinks fighting is all there is. They arrive at core, and of course the men are like, who is this woman? And then he's like, it's my secretary. And then Diana's like, my name is Diana Prince. She's like, my name is Diana Princess. Princess of Themyscira. And then he's like, Diana Prince. Steve corrects her, and she's like, Diana Prince. Next shot, she's jumping through windows with her shield, and she's attacking everyone. It's pretty cool, and pretty. It's kind of the same old shots that we've seen before. The next shot is yet a couple new shots of while they're on Themyscira, trying to fight off the Germans who were after Steve Trevor after they track him down after his plane crash. And we see the Amazons attacking back, and Diana's protecting Steve while everything's going awesomeness. Now the next shot is awesome. This had my jaw open wide. Okay, so this next shot is Diana is using her gauntlets together while lightning or some kind of beam of light is shooting at her and it's pushing her back. That is probably Ares. I can't think of anything else unless Dr. Poison or Ares is going to open like a laser machine, but I don't think they would have laser machines because, you know, it's back in the World War II area. So I think that this will just be Ares shooting some kind of lightning. I don't know. And then we see Trevor while he's escaping. He's in a German plane and he's just shooting everyone that he sees. And then while Steve Trevor and Diana are at the party in their disguise outfits and they're spying on the enemy, they're having some kind of conversation with each other. Not just with the enemy, but with each other. And Diana might be losing some gratitude, maybe wanting to go back home for some reason, or maybe she's sensing some more danger than there's expected, and maybe she's like, okay, you need to butt out of this, because this is something bigger than you. And he's like, if you want to help me stop this war before it spreads to your world too. And then we see Diana jump the fence again, like they did in the second trailer. We see Wonder Woman enter the Watchtower, not the Watchtower from the Justice League, but she's entering it, and my gosh, I think this is where she's gonna have her epic battle with Ares. And then the general replies back, what are you? And I think this is after maybe she slices off his hand or something, because he's kind of looking kind of frustrated. Like he's holding something, maybe his hand or something, where after it's been like wounded, maybe she just sliced a little bit of skin off, and he's just like, what are you? And then she delivers this awesome line, you will soon find out, which is awesome. Some more shots of her jumping from buildings in the city. Steve and his members of his army are throwing bombs everywhere, and Trevor's delivering it with a shotgun rifle blow, and it's awesome. We see a flashback scene where Diana's riding on her horse with her gauntlets, and she's running through the meadows looking happy as ever. And the warrior song repeats over again, you will have to rise, and it keeps doing it over and over again, which is awesome. Diana whips out her lasso of truth, and she's whipping at and then the Watchtower blows up. Probably that's when Ares makes his transformation, because it's the same beam of light that Diana's holding out with her gauntlets. Then we see Diana rise in the sky, so she can fly. Or maybe she's just in her invisible jet, we just don't know. I don't think she'd be in her invisible jet, you know, because we're in World War II. But she's rising up, so I believe she's either defeat Ares because it's morning time. Maybe she got hurt and she's just rising again after a heat battle. Or she's flying and about to unleash her full potential on Ares. Then we skip back to the battlefield scene where Steve Trevor and his men are about to leave, and then Diana walks onto the battlefield like she did on the ladder, and Steve says, Diana. He starts to scream and he's going after. We see some other shots from the last trailer where Diana's training with her gauntlets and her other weapons. We see Dr. Poison looking at maybe Diana or maybe her creation, and she's kind of looking kind of upset, so I'm guessing either Diana's foiled some kind of plan, or maybe she's getting arrested. Then we see these men are catching on fire. Like, either it's Germans or the Americans, or maybe it's both. Maybe Ares is just like, you know what? I'm here. Maybe he's going to betray his own army, or something. But Diana's holding a German soldier and knocking them at different other enemies. And then we see her deliver like this awesome blow, and it kind of looks like she's saying no, but we can't hear it because of the music, and maybe we'll hear it during the movie. We see Trevor fly through a bowl of fire as he escapes, and then it delivers with the title Wonder Woman. Okay, so I am so pumped for this movie, ladies and gentlemen. But I am so ready for this movie. I am legit ready. I cannot wait to see this movie. Like, legit, this is gonna blow the first movies out of the way. Like, okay. I am so pumped for this movie. I can't wait. Oh, okay. So, I'm going to leave it here for this video because the reaction is done. You saw my last reaction to the Wonder Woman trailer. Now, before the movie comes out, so we've got about 3 to 4 weeks before the movie actually comes out, and I will do, before the movie comes out, a week before the movie comes out, I will go back and watch all the reactions I did to the trailers, and I'll put my notes together, and I will come up with a list of things that might happen in a particular order. So come back and watch that when I put all the movie stuff that's maybe going to happen in life, and then I'll do my separate theories, and you'll have to see me do a character analysis and stuff of my theories and my speculations to these different characters. I will do one on Diana's mother, I will do one on Ares, I will do one on Steve Trevor's, and I will do one on Dr. Poison, and I might do one on just the main hero, Diana Prince, aka Wonder Boy. And don't forget to see the movie on June 2nd. It comes out on June 2nd, and it's rated PG-13. So, that is it for today's reaction on the Wonder Woman trailer. That was the final trailer. So, without further ado, thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, explode the button, like Creeper, let yourselves with amazing comments, guys. If this happens to be the first video from me, then do and subscribe and do crap today for so much more. But thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye. And remember, always imagine bigger.